Welcome to GatorZone.com. I'm Chris Harry alongside Scott Carter. We're here in the swamp where the orange team and the blue team in the orange and blue spring debut played to a 23-23 tie. But we're not talking about the score here today because nobody cares about the score at the spring game. What everyone came out here to see today was the new offense under offensive coordinator Kurt Roper. Scott Carter stood on the sidelines alongside the new offensive coordinator for the Gators. What kind of impressions did you get from standing there during the action?
You know, Roper coaches fast like his offense plays fast. I mean, you're hearing a lot of terms like game on, get the ball out there, get the ball out there. I mean, he repeats himself, twists his right arm a lot. I mean, he likes that offense to stay basically on edge from the start to the finish. I mean, they ran 111 plays today.
With a running clock, 111 plays on offense with a running clock.
Running clock, all of them were basically no huddle and out of the shotgun. Right. So, I mean, that's what he did at Duke. That's what he's brought to Florida. And, you know, we didn't see everything today, I'm sure, but we saw enough to know that it's a different kind of offense that Florida has played in his first 3 years under Will Muschamp, and it's an offense that obviously they brought Roper here to get more points and more yards next year. And the players are excited about it, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the fans were today too after getting a first look at it.
Well, we know Jeff Driscoll is excited about it, and he was back on the field after suffering the season-ending broken leg against Tennessee last year. It was interesting. Coach Muschamp made a point after the game. You know, Jeff missed the first couple weeks of training camp last year. Then he was lost in the third game of the season. He hasn't played a lot of football, you know, coming back to spring, and now he's being involved in a whole different offense.
But it's a different kind of offense for sure. I mean, it's a spread, up-tempo attack. Driscoll has talked all spring about how he's having fun playing in it. And I think today, if you watch Jeff closely, I mean, you can see he was having fun with his teammates. He was joking a little bit more maybe than we've seen him in past. And you're right, he hasn't played a lot. He still needs to get his timing down. That's what's going to be spent, working on this summer with his receivers. I mean, these guys are going to do a lot of summer workouts on their own. They've got the playbook, they're going to study it, and then they're going to try to go out there and execute it. Then when they report to camp, which I think Muschamp referenced a couple of times, in 112 days, they hope to be obviously ahead of where they were today here and take it into this season.
We'll keep talking about offense. It wasn't just about the quarterbacks. We saw some things from Mack Brown. We saw some things from some of the receivers, and receiver has been a position, obviously, they need more production from.
Yeah, I mean, this offense is one thing it's done during Roper's time. He's had some big play receivers. I think 3 guys, 1,000-yard receivers during his 6 years at Duke. Obviously, Florida hasn't had one of those in a while. I think their last 1,000-yard receiver, it's going back a few years. But anyway, Demarcus Robinson, Ahmad Fullwood, Alvin Bailey, Chris Thompson, all these are young guys we've heard about. But today we saw a little bit more of them on the field. We saw him catch some passes. Robinson had a nice touchdown reception from Driscoll where he made the catch and then made a play afterward. Chris Thompson caught a touchdown pass from Morningweg. Fullwood's the guy who looked good. So, these guys are going to have to be a huge part of what they do in the fall for this offense to work the way Roper wants it to. But today was a good showing for those guys. I think more so than probably we've seen from them.
And like all these guys says, 112 days till the Gators open the season against Idaho here in the swamp. For Scott Carter, I'm Chris Harry. Thank you for joining us for the Orange and Blue debut.